Hey, we got one person on live. How's it going? Out here plowing. Oh, nice. We get the plow truck coming, so that works perfect. Let's see them come through. Let's see. Welcome, 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 whoever's on live. Headed out to plow my route. Slippery. We're out here in the East Coast, Fairfield County to be exact. We're in Norwalk right now. Welcome to the live, people. Welcome to the live. I'm going to be plowing this storm, so I will try and stay live as much as possible. But yeah. This is going to be an eventful one. If we actually get the full 8 inches of what they say they will, this will be a very interesting snowstorm. I'm driving, obviously, so I don't know if you can see a steering wheel from the live or not, but I'll be panning the cockpit here. So if you're commenting below, I apologize in advance. You won't be able to get my interaction as much, just because I'm going to be driving. Right now, the snow is very powdery. Let's see if I can get a sample of it. I don't know how it's at in other places in the country, but you see that? It doesn't compact very well. See how it kind of just like, normally if it was a little bit more wet, as it starts to get wet, because you start to give it push when your hand heat it up, it compacts pretty well. But for the most part, it's pretty powdery. So right now, tastes good. If you go out to like shovel, I would just bring a snowblower, and you could probably, as long as you're not stepping on it, you could probably snow blow all of it out of the way. But probably as the weather, it's kind of cool right now, the weather picks up. If it gets a little cooler, then we'll start to see it, kind of freeze up more. Like if you step on it right now, it's going to compact, it's going to freeze on that spot where you stepped on it. So I wouldn't suggest stepping on it. If you're going to go out there and shovel or do your thing, I would just blow it. I would blow it out, just because it's going to be kind of crazy to do anything else with it. So yeah, we're going to make our way down to Greenwich right now. We're by exit 15 here on the highway. If you don't know what that is, it's on the 95. It's Norwalk, Connecticut, and we're moseying away down to exit 5. That's where our route begins, and then we go as far as like exit 3. More like exit 4, but it's still okay. So let's see, 11 people on the live. So if you're tuning in from your couch, nice and cozied up, watching TV or just chilling, and that's awesome. Stay home. Don't be like these people on the road. There's not a necessity to be on the road. Don't be on the road. I get it if they're traveling or something and they're just trying to go home, totally fine, but just stay home. Don't come out on the roads. If you can't drive, it's just not worth it. As you can tell, I don't know if you guys can see it, but basically everybody on my right hand side is following the path, and I'm on the left hand side. Otherwise it would take me forever to get down to where I'm going, which is fine. But just stay home is what I would say. But the roads aren't super terrible right now, so if you're stuck somewhere, we're not stuck somewhere. If you don't want to get stuck somewhere overnight or into the day, I would suggest going home right now if it's not super far away. But if it's super far away, just stay home, because you may run into some scenarios. But it's snow. I mean, most people shut down. I don't know why. They think like snow is going to be the end of the world. I have yet to understand all the people that went out and like bought hundreds of rolls of toilet paper and like milk and all this. Like, you will be just fine. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to worry. We'll probably have this cleaned up by tomorrow, to be honest with you. By tomorrow midday or late into tomorrow, I bet you this will be cleaned up, because that's just how it is here on the East Coast. I was on the West Coast. It's a little different on the West Coast. just because out there it's like they just plow, they don't salt. And so, and if they do it with like red rock, and it's not really salty, it's just giving you more like traction. Out there, people use chains. Here in Connecticut, it's very rare that you'll see anybody use chains because, again, the infrastructure we have for plowing out here, it's like snows, we're up and at it, we're out of here, we're just going to work. We got 24 hours to basically make it look like black asphalt. So, being where I work, that's what our goal is when it finally stops to snow or stops snowing, our goal is just to get in there and just have it completely cleaned up so that we're not liable for anybody falling or suing us or any of that jazz, which is a very apparent thing that happens out here. I'm sure back on the West Coast it's the same thing, but I think like for you to be out of the safe zone, you're supposed to have your sidewalks plowed within 24 hours after the snow stops falling. I think, don't quote me on that, but I feel like that removes your liability, you know what I'm saying? But maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. So if you're tuning in, I'm going to keep you guys as much live as possible. And then kind of see, it is a whiteout right now. It is currently a whiteout, which is very interesting. But yeah, see people that are, I'm going 50 miles per hour right now, just nice and easy. If there was somebody in front of me, obviously it would be at a different rate of speed. But right now the road is kind of empty in front of me, so I'm just moseying along. Everybody's kind of following that line. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the video. It's up on the top right there, which is fine. Just follow that line. Just be careful, I guess you can say. You probably won't see me reply to any comments right now. Maybe I'll reply to them after I get a chance to actually like sit down or whatever. It's currently 10:30 a.m., 10:32 a.m. So yeah, there's a plow going at it right now, plowing the exit 11 in Darien. So this is your live update, what we're getting. Like I said, I think we're about 3 inches on the ground now, give or take. I wish I had a ruler. Maybe next time I'll bring a ruler with me to see what the actual measurement on the ground is. But it varies. I don't think it's a good representation because if the wind blows it, then it starts to pick up more. Comment below though. Tell me if you think that they purposely made, like I'm a huge conspiracy theorist, and if you hate me because of that, cool, unfollow me, unclick, whatever, but I feel like it's such a coincidence that we get this massive snowfall and everybody has to go out and spend money all of a sudden. So cloud seeding is a real thing. That's not a conspiracy. That's a legitimate thing that actually happens around the world. Look it up, ask ChatGPT, it's a real thing. So this was definitely, I feel like, was targeted. I don't know why. In the couple of years that we've been here, we haven't had like a real snowfall per se. This has probably been the year that we've had the most snow in about, I want to say maybe 3 to 4 years, give or take. Yeah. Yeah, we're making our way downtown. Not downtown, but to Stanford. I keep popping in to see how many people we have on the live. Currently have 8 people, so shout out to you if you're on the live. Thank you. Just so you know, state of Connecticut, if you're in Connecticut and you're watching this, I'm highly doubtful, but just in case you are, as of 12 p.m., so noon on Sunday today, tractor trailers with a trailer, any semis or any RVs or anything like that are not allowed on the highway. So if you're planning on doing that, I would advise against it. There's a semi here. Hopefully they're just heading home. But I guess once they cross into here, it'll be a different rule out there. But yeah, I don't suggest getting on the road unless you need to. I think I've said that already, but let the people who are plowing do their jobs. Just take it easy. Allowed to get 1, 2, 3. The less people we have on the road, the quicker we can clean the roads, and even commercial accounts. So. Residential accounts for that matter. But yeah, we're finally coming back up to where there's a lot of people here, so I'm going to ease off. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like to be close, bunched up to a lot of people. It's kind of quite frankly annoying. So we're going to get over to the right here. break. Shout out to you for being a baller. Actually driving to get out of here instead of losing along with some people. Wow, all of a sudden changed. So they haven't plowed this area. So basically starting from the exit 9, or not 9 technically, but exit 10 in Darien southbound, they have not plowed the highway as of 10:36 a.m. So the roads are pretty dirty right here. So just be mindful of that if you're thinking about hitting the road. It looks like they did, but we're getting covered up by the snow really quickly. So just be mindful of that kind of stuff if you're gonna plan on being on the highway. Get away from this car on the right over here. Snow wipers are definitely frozen. It's really hard to see those people in the front, if you ask me. It's very interesting. So just something to think about. Be mindful of this. Like, I don't like this. You see how close everybody is right now? I don't like that at all. So we'll be out here. Get out of their ways. Looks like between basically exit 10 and 9, entering into exit 8, they finally plowed it, but I don't know why there's a section of the highway that hasn't been plowed. It's kind of interesting. Maybe the way the wind is blowing, the snow drifts that are coming in, but again, it is kind of a whiteout situation. You can see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up at all, but it kind of picks it up. It's not too bad. Coming up on exit 7 here. Again, the snow is pretty powdery, so it's not like it's not forming any ruts or divots on the road right now, which is a good thing. If it was more slushy, I would probably stay on that lane, but because it's not super slushy, you kind of just walk on top of the powder. Plows did go northbound. Just got off on exit 7. That's what it looks like. Yeah, but normally when there's slushy ruts on the road, they'll start to pull your wheels into where the ruts are. So it can get a little sketchy. Right now, luckily, it's like I said, it's more powdered than anything else, so it's not too bad. Wipers are definitely frozen, so when I get out, I'll probably have to smack those. It'll be interesting. Hazards on. That makes you feel safe. That's a good way to be seen. Throw your hazards. When it's white out, you can definitely see the red lights a little more, or the yellow lights instead of like white. So we'll see if they say if what they say is what we're gonna get. We may be out here full 24 hours. It does help that I'm loaded up with salt. I think, whoa, there's those ruts I was talking about. So I'm starting to get those ruts between exit 6 right now on the highway. It's kind of not a nightmare, but it's the roads are not cleared enough to say that I'm happy with it here. Plow probably has to drop by here in a good little while, so be mindful of that. Between exit 6 and probably going towards Greenwich, they haven't plowed it. I don't know how far into Greenwich, because we're about to get off of this exit here. It's pretty ruddy around here. As you can tell, they've thrown some salt. You can see the discoloration in the snow. It's more like a brown. That's because they throw their rock salt down. So that's what starts to form the ruts. It forms clumps. Here we go. 10:40 on the clock. Pulling up to our first account, which is what we want. great thing. We can start pushing some snow. Normally, this place is always filled with people, which is very interesting that it's not right now. So that makes me happy because that means I can push. Clear those wipers off. Nice, we got 9 people on here. If you're tuning in, welcome. If you've been tuned in, shout out to you. I hope with the state of emergency, we pretty much have clear roads, but it's hard to say nowadays. People have a mind of their own. So sometimes people just do what they want to do, which is not conducive to us that are working. There are still people out on the road, which is very interesting. Well, I know that some people have to get to work and they don't have a choice, so if that's you, I'm sorry, that really sucks that they make you come to work on a day like this. I mean, if you're doing something like this, I would understand. And I get it, like, I guess people still need their McDonald's. I'm sure there are people that are going to be doing, like, Uber Eats and stuff like that. That was like weird red over there. What the heck? Strange. I get it, but still, it sucks that, you know, they made you come to work and work a major winter storm. So if you survive this winter storm, January like salt of some sort? Or there's some sort of red something. Fluid, to be honest with you. No, it's not coming from me, because if it was coming from me, we would still see it on the ground. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. It's like right there. Before I get too carried away. Today's January 25th? Yeah, today's the 25th. It's gonna be hot in here. The sucky part about being live is I can't put music on right now. Normally I would have music pumping. So I might get bored and I might just leave the live for a good little bit, depending on what I'm doing. Play some music and then come back. We'll see. We'll see how the day turns out. Funny, I'm plowing this now and I'll have to be back here who knows how many times today. Anybody want to take guesses or bets? Annoying thing is this is getting so dirty. That's much better. You know how YouTube has like fireplace with music? I should do snowfall plowing with music. I think that'd be funny. The front loader over there. It's interesting to see the front loader plow on it. Sometimes that's easier for bigger accounts like that account over there. Massive parking lots. Usually never beeps for the seatbelt. It's weird that it's beeping now. Guys are going to learn some terminology right now. So what I'm about to do here is called backblading. It basically means we don't want to push the snow forward, so we go as far forward as possible. We drop the plow, and then the back of the blade is what pulls it out to where we want. For us to take it, lift the blade back up, and then we push this where we want it to go, which in this case must be right over here. I'll keep doing these. So we don't like to pile up snow over there because there's a fence, and we get deliveries and all that other stuff. This is a Mickey D's, and so we tend to pull it away from here so that big snowstorm like this, you don't get a giant tower of snow where it's going to start to melt. You know? Someone came to Mickey D's right now. I guess the desperation kicks in. You guys need your food. Someone's got to get it. An employee going home. Maybe they're closing early today. Although this is a 24-hour one. So highly doubtful that they're closing. It's also a Sunday, I guess, technically. I don't know if you guys got that on video. There's people that decide to go out on walks on the snow, which is cool. I commend that. Just go for a walk in the snow. It's actually quite peaceful. But the gentleman that was walking there was totally biffed it. I think he was a younger kid anyway. Luckily, he was laughing. That's funny though. Go out for your walk and you slip. It is slick. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you were listening. Right now the snow is very powdery up above. But the layer down below, if you step on it, it'll cause it to freeze. So it'll just automatically freeze to whatever it is that you're, I guess you could say, putting down on top of it. So it's something to be mindful of if you're, planning on walking outside. If it's like tire tracks, a foot track, even paw prints or whatever, you are going to be potentially walking and getting like slipping, falling because of the because of the ice that's formed underneath it. So actually a video that'll come out tomorrow about this first snowfall I did here. So if you're kind of interested in watching the video instead of watching live, you guys should go tune in. If you're tuning in and you're making comments, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I'm not reading the comments just because they're not in front of me. They're just going to be at a later time that I'll have to get to. Also, if you didn't know, I'm currently plowing on two-wheel drive. If you tune into my channel because I sell vehicles from Japan, imported from Japan, particularly the K cars, and I always get people to say, oh, I want the 4x4, I want the 4x4. Honestly, 4x4 sometimes doesn't make a difference because unless you're going out specifically to do something with it that requires four-wheel drive, you're never going to use four-wheel drive on those trucks. Or unless you're going to use it in the mud or something like that, then I could understand. But people never use a four-wheel drive. I can say that for myself, that I never use the four-wheel drive application on like Project Acti or any of the other K trucks or K vehicles that I owned. I always want them because they're the ones that are most desirable, obviously. But you could probably come out on a two-wheel drive vehicle, rear-wheel drive too, and you could probably be successful in driving in this weather. Do I suggest that? No, I would never suggest it. But you have some weight on the back of those tires. Jeez, I hit a curb there. That was not fun. Gotta check the plow. The curb is fine, but the plow is not. Oh, that curb done did it. I gotta make it back to the shop now. I'm losing tire pressure on my left tire and I'm pissing out fluid on the plow. That's what happens sometimes when you don't see the curb. Stupidity. I'll be back on this live. I gotta figure this out. Until now, I guess I'll see you guys in a few.